same shit that he did. Just fucking, you know what? I'm just gonna grab the gun and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
If they, if they go to the cops and just say, yeah, I sell drugs, but these fuckers wanted me to kill somebody, and they were holding that against me.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm the innocent one here.
Yeah. I just sold drugs.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
all.
trying to make a living, dude. Fucking, I sell pot to kids. Okay, they want me to kill a fucking dude right here. Fuck that.
Can you get them, please?
They got a gun, fool. Or they did, whatever.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, so basically, we start the film with Amanda and her horse, Honeymooner.
Honeymooner.
Yeah, and then we basically we have this kind of elongated shot on them, and then it cuts to basically Amanda comes to Lily's house before we meet Lily, and she's kind of walking in and inspecting the house, trying to look for her, and Amanda walks into the stepdad's desk area, his office.
His quarters.
His quarters.
Is it already kind of like established that Amanda is like from the same society or richness or class?
She's upper class.
Because they were friends in like ninth graders, or when they
We don't see where like she like really.
No,
because it shows the mom and she's kind of like upscale, and she's the one who sets up the.
well, I think it's that the stepdad. So Lily's mom has married.
Into
Yeah, and that's why they have money now. I think they were just middle class, and then the stepdad had this money.
Okay.
So they moved into that house.
Makes sense, yeah.
So they married into the money, pretty much.
Okay.
And then so that's when enter Amanda. She comes to the house and she's kind of like, oh shit, this is some crazy shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stepdad has the fucking him with dead lions and fucking samurai pictures and samurai swords, and so that shows you even before you even meet the guy what he's all about.
Yeah,
Hunting.
And
oxymoron.
and then we meet Lily, who's going to be her tutor supposedly.
Yeah.
And we kind of find out that they are they're childhood best friends,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of lost contact within the last few years, and they kind of I guess the moms try to rekindle their relationship, and Amanda's had some troubles being a juvenile delinquent and whatnot. So then they set up this kind of meeting, and Amanda seems to already know that Lily's being paid to do this, to hang out with her pretty much. And Lily denies it and says, no, we're just hanging out. Like, they're not charging me. And she's already figured it out.
She's got her figured out from the get-go, dude.
Yeah, because she tells her, I had my mom's password for her email. You denied the first attempt to try to be my tutor or whatever, and then you denied the 100, and she offered you 200, and you said yes. And then she's like, you don't have to lie. You could have just said.
You could have got away with 500 if you wanted to.
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
she even says you should have just said that you were getting paid.
Yeah, you could have just
Like,
told
who
me how
cares?
much it was. I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, and then that's when she says, if you would have held, firm on the no, you would have got 500.
You could have got 500.
Yeah.
So then that actually sticks with Lily's character, and she cancels the money. And next time we see them, she basically tells Amanda, hey, or Amanda says, oh, I've been checking the email, there's no form of payment, so why am I here, basically?
She's like, oh, did you call her? Because
Is that how you guys
emails?
Is that how you guys do the money now? And this is their next kind of tutor or hangout session, and she said, and Lily tells her like, oh no, I really just want to hang out with you. I think you're cool and everything.
Yeah. That's when they're watching the movie, right?
No, they're in the kitchen, I think.
Okay.
I think during the time when she's like tutoring her, she's asking her this question, and they kind of they get real for a moment.
Yeah.
And then she I can't remember what she tells her.
Like, how did you feel about it or whatever?
How do you really feel?
Yeah.
Because she feels like she's being faked to her, like, I don't know. because like she realized she's rich, like in a rich house. She thinks like everything she's doing is fake to her. So she's like, hey, she wants her to like bring it to her level, to Amanda's level, I guess, you know. And she does, which is really good acting from Morgan, dude. It's funny how that's Morgan and this movie's name is Thoroughbred, dude. Or Thoroughbreds, yeah. You know what I mean? Because those are two horse breeds.
Morgan horses? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There's a thoroughbred horse, and then there's Morgan horses.
Oh, wow.
The more you know.
So basically, they both realize that they're different, but the same, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's when we meet Lily's stepdad for, I think, the first time. He's come super weird, and he's in his bike uniform, and he walks in, and
he doesn't know Amanda's there.
Yeah, he walks in and he's like, "Who's this?" Pretty much, and Amanda's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And nice to meet you. And he goes
like that.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah." Right.
Her first impression is really strong.
Come in
dude,
on
like,
Saturday.
Yeah.
And she I like how she like stares deep into people, like doesn't let go.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie.
It's cool because having Amanda's, her not being able to feel anything, it gives her a non-biased judgment towards everybody, so she can read him and her instantly. She understands their interaction.
Yeah, because when the dad leaves, they're kind of pretty cordial, and then when the dad leaves, she's like, "Oh my God, you hate him!
You fucking hate him!"
And then she's like, "What? No." She's like, "You despise him."
Yeah, and she's like, "Well, kind of." I mean, she, you know, I wanted to ask this, and I just bring this up because I was interested. But is there something more between Lily and the stepdad besides her just hating him for being the father figure after her real dad dies?
Like from that scene?
Yeah.
Were you getting a weird vibe?
Just in general, I would just got like I don't know, like he's fucking physically abusive with her, or even like verbally, because there's parts in the movie where it kind of leans towards that, but
they do things to kind of make you
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
make you uncomfortable, and so you see the reason why they kind of come to that crazy rationality of what they do or whatever towards the end.
Because you're not going to kill someone because you just don't like them, or you know what I'm saying. I feel like
what really pushed the edge.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to it.
But we ain't there yet.
I gotcha.
Oh, so after they have that little interaction with the stepdad, that's when Amanda kind of pitches to Lily like, "Hey, we're the same. You obviously have this big problem. Have you ever thought about just taking your stepdad out? You know, killing him."
Kill him.
And then that kind of sets Lily off, and she's like, "Oh, kind of like, what do you mean? No, like I don't want to go to jail." And Amanda says, "Well, why do you assume that you would get caught?"
Yeah.
Insinuating like we could probably pull this off and get away with it scot clean if we wanted to. And then they've snuck down to kind of drink his wine because they got upset with him or something. You know, he said something that pissed them off, and then Lily kind of gets mad about the whole pitch
because they were sorry to interrupt you. They were watching the movie and the whole crying thing, and he goes, "You know, what time are you leaving?" And she said midnight, and he's like, "You know what? We're gonna take you home.
That's a little late for us
for this house.
Yeah,
we're taking you home now." And she's like, "You can't. Like, we're gonna have your mom pick you up." Well, she's at the doctor's. She has chemo.
Yeah. He's like, "Well, then Lily can take you." She's like, "Really? 2 teens driving this late at night? We're probably gonna be talking and crash into a tree."
Yeah. He's like, "Right, I'm going to sleep."
He's like, "All right, good night."
He just gave up, dude.
Yeah,
he's like, "I forgot my juice."
Fuck yeah, that's right.
That might be maybe the strongest scene with that like the snapback of them
going back and forth.
Yeah,
like the answer's so quick.
That's what I wanted to bring up. It seems like he's trying to get her alone, Like he wants Lily to be, because he's like, oh, go upstairs with me.
Yeah,
he wants her gone or something, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I kind of get that abusive side to him, kind of like
that rapey vibe.
Yeah, like the kind of creepy stepdad pedo vibe.
Because why would he want her to leave rather than wait? You know what I mean? He was like, no, she'll drive you home. That way she'll come back and be alone.
Exactly.
You know, I think he was upset because Lily was this hermit that didn't really have any friends, and then suddenly her creepy friend comes in and she just doesn't ever leave. And he can't do.
He's like, you're fucking my plan up. Fucked.
Yeah. So there's layers to this. I'm not sure if that's what they were leaning on exactly, but I mean, it would make sense.
For me, the first time I got that feeling was when he walks in the bike uniform, and he's kind of like really awkwardly just like staring at Lily. And they're she's like, okay, yeah. And he's like, just staring at her like, okay. And he gives her the thumbs up and like walks away. I'm like, fuck, this dude's he's doing something.
Yeah, he's not really a parent to them either. He's kind of just like the older guy that's there. Because if you're a parent, you'd be like, oh, hey, how's it going? He's just like, yeah.
Because he has no interest in Lily's social life.
He's almost borderline like, this fucking cockblock is here. What the fuck? Dude?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but so he comes back and gets his juice, and he goes back to his room.
When it's rowing elliptical.
Yeah.
thing.
So they fucking go get the wine downstairs, but something interesting happens. What were they talking about? About putting the horse down?
Yeah, it says like, when a horse is lame, you put it down, and that's what I was getting at earlier when they were saying showing the similarities between the dad, how he's like a lame horse, and no one would miss him, or he's not really contributing.
Yeah.
So it'd be okay to put him down. And then she's like, that sounds like the Nazis.
That's right.
In World War II.
And she's like, didn't you stay in class? Or she's like, they kicked me out, but I think that was about race, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like a couple of times, especially in that part when she was like, I need you to leave, like stop what you're doing and leave. I felt like she was like, are you sure? Okay. She didn't really give her emotional reaction. I felt like Lily was trying to get
some type of reaction from her.
Yeah, from her, because it was something that was just abrupt and out of nowhere. I was even like, what the fuck? Like,
it was really weird
for her. Dude.
Yeah.
You just told her to fucking, you want to kill your stepdad, let's go have some wine, and then you kick her out. I think it was a moral test to see if she would react, or like, we're gonna call your bluff to say like, hey, are you really fucked up in the head, girl interrupted, or what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of Lily. That almost gives you a subtle tone of how fucked up she really is in the head, because for you to know, and that person opens up to you and says, I don't have no feelings, blah blah, and then you kind of test it and fuck with this person. It lets you know what type of person you are to do that to that person. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up, but whatever.
So the next scene, Lily's basically kind of stopped talking to Amanda for a few days. Amanda then checks on Lily, calling her supposed internship.
Yeah.
She finds out that there is no internship at that place, so Lily lied about that. She then calls Lily's school to see if she really goes there, and they pass her off.
Yeah.
They say, that student is, let me reconnect you with this, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So then she's like, Lily's a kind of a liar.
Yeah.
And she thinks that's kind of sketchy, doing her research. And then after that...
Lily goes to the party, right?
Yeah, we cut to the party where we meet Anton Yelchin's character.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch his name? Did they ever say his name?
He is Tim.
Tim.
That's right. Oh, that's right. He says, I'm Tim.
That's right.
When he in the... Okay, so we first cut to them when they get to this kind of fraternity-looking party, right? Because they all, I think, are starting college, and then we meet Anton Yelchin's Tim character, who's this kind of seedy, drug dealer who hangs out with a younger crowd because he doesn't really know how to mingle with his own age of people. So then he kind of just stays at this level